When I was in high school, I was in chorus because I was totally awesome. And I remember one time we took a trip to a local Catholic church and we are going to do a performance there. And a friend of mine, I'll call him Mike because that's his name, he asked me while we were in church, because he knew that I went to church, he knew that I was Catholic, he knew that I practiced my faith. He asked me, why does God need us to worship him? Like, what's the point of that? Why does God need that from us? And I had never thought of that question before. I thought it was a great question. So all these years later, we're going to finally answer Mike's question to me way back in high school: why worship God? So why worship God? Which is, again, a fantastic question. And I think maybe the fundamental thing that we need to look at when we're talking about why we are called to worship God, why God commands it, really the first commandment that God gives us in the 10 Commandments is to worship him and worship him alone, is really that worshiping God doesn't benefit God. It actually benefits us. So when we talk about worship for God, we're talking about something that actually builds us up. And I can speak from my own experience. Every time I go to pray, every time I do something that lifts my mind and heart to something greater than myself, someone greater than myself, God, it actually kind of expands my heart, helps me to love other people, fills me with peace, fills me with joy, and helps me to come more alive. I think one of the main differences in worshiping God, the God that's revealed in the Old and New Testament, the God that's revealed to us in the Bible, the God revealed by Jesus Christ, and the other gods throughout history, is that those other gods really demanded something of people. The people that would worship them, those gods were jealous and they would try to take something from those people. Now, the God ultimately that is revealed in the Bible is actually someone who gives something to us. So when we worship, it's ultimately that we are responding to the gift that our life is, and the gift that God's Son is, and the gift of everything that he gives us every single day. So when we worship, we're actually participating in this exchange of gifts, that God gives us everything, and when we lift up our minds and hearts to him, we're really saying that ultimate, most important of phrases, which is thank you. And the key to a good relationship, the key to human flourishing, is to be able to develop that habit of being grateful, of being able to say thank you for those things that we have received. So all these years later, I have finally given a response to my buddy Mike from back in high school about why we worship God. And as we turn our minds and hearts to God, it helps us become more and more who he's created us to be, and to realize that we are made for glory. God loves you so much. Have a great day.